Hi, I'm Amy Oakes with Reji Laberje Author Programs, and we are so excited to be here today with this amazing woman whose book we co-wrote and published. Could you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your book?
Thanks so much, Amy. I am so excited to be presenting Go Solo, a savvy woman's guide to transformation and self-discovery through travel.
So can you give us a little more insight and just a brief summary of what's inside Go Solo?
I already told you the whole thing when we wrote it together. Oh, I gotta tell them.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So, what I did was I took my whole journey of self-discovery when I needed to get away and figure some stuff out after having a really cruddy year. I decided to put it together in a way that can help others go away and figure their stuff out. So it's a mixture of my crazy life stories blended with how you can avoid some of the challenges I had when traveling and how you can make it a journey that includes self-discovery with purpose and intention while you get out of your comfort zone and go figure your stuff out.
Jennifer, what positive impacts do you hope your readers take away from this book?
This book was written from my heart, and what I want to do is I want to touch other people's hearts. And so I want them to see that solo travel can feel really unattainable to some people, and it can be really intimidating and scary. And I want them to see that these stories are relatable, and there's foibles and there's fun. And I want them to see that they don't have to be perfect at doing this. In fact, it's better if they're not perfect at doing it, because that's where that growth part comes in. And the positive impact is just that idea of stretching out of the comfort zone in a way that they may have never considered before and taking a step. It doesn't have to be something grandiose, but it needs to be a step in the right direction, and it has to be about your growth as much as the trip.
And Jennifer, you did have some pretty interesting stories come up on your trip. So if our readers want to go on a trip and remember some of their own stories, you have something that might help.
Absolutely. What I decided to do was also design a companion travel journal. You don't have to buy them both together, but I'll tell you, what we did was we basically said, if you want to get inspired, we added some travel quotes, and then we just left blank pages for you to write down your memories, your thoughts, your inspirations, your challenges, and in the end be able to look back on this and reflect on your growth. It was a huge help for me. Journaling is not my favorite thing to do, but when I look back on the journeys of my travels and I see not just where I went, but who I was at the time, this was a real keepsake, and so I hoped it would be the same thing for you.
So Jennifer, throughout this travel journal, there are inspirational quotes. And a lot of them have to do with your comfort zone. Can you tell us more about that?
I think that's really the crux of some of these stories that I even share in the book, is that it makes me feel a little bit out of my comfort zone to share them with people as well. The quote I want to share with you from the journal is, if your circle doesn't challenge you to grow beyond your comfort zone, then you're definitely in the wrong circle, by Edmund M. Biaka. And what that means to me is why I really encourage people to go away without their friends. Your friends are your comfort zone. They keep you in the circle. And exploring yourself requires you to step outside that circle.
It was a blast working on this book with you, and we just had so many laughs and fun stories come out, so it's time for a fun question about you. I would like to know, what's the theme song on your life's mixed tape?
This was such an easy question for me, which is a little bit embarrassing, because I actually cranked this song before a speaking engagement. And then to get amped up for a speaking engagement, I'm like singing it at the top of my lungs. And sometimes that's in front of people in the room early. My favorite song in my life's mixtape is Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield. And it has to do with staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. And it talks about writing the next stage of your story. And I think every single one of us has the opportunity to write that story. And so it's meaningful to my heart. And it's been my theme song for many years, and I've shared it with many people, and I hope you take a minute to listen to it and really listen to the words and see the lyrics and feel it, because you are unwritten.
Thank you so much for your time today, Jennifer. It was a blast working with you on this project.
It was so much fun working with you, Amy. I can't believe that we actually got a book written after we laughed so hard during that whole project. I'm excited. Go Solo is going to be releasing on April 1st on Amazon.
along with the travel journal, and they are fantastic to buy together as a set.
Buy some for Mother's Day.